Good evening, and welcome to episode 2 of the Füsh Exception Book, where we read the Füsh Exception Book to help memorize each exception when it comes to playing Füsh, the 4-player trick-taking game with 2 partnerships. Each player is dealt 13 cards. Players take turns aiming to win the trick by placing the highest ranking or highest trump card. At the end of each round, teams tally their tricks cancel out, and points are earned based on the difference. The game continues until a predetermined winning score is reached. But that's the easy part. Where it gets too hot to handle is the exceptions. Now, before we get into it, allow me to not take a sip of water. In fact, throughout this whole episode, I will not be allowed to drink anything, because with me are shots of hot sauce. I'll have to take a shot in between every exception. I just emptied this bottle of Thai kill sauce. Now, a Thai pepper is anywhere in between 50,000 to 100,000 Scoville units, which is certainly enough to escalate the pain throughout this episode to get very extreme by the end of this. Without further ado, allow me to take the first shot and begin. Exception 1. An ace cannot be trumped, except by the opposite colored 2, in which case the ace is worth 0, loses its trump quality, and cannot win in a straight. Shot number 2. Exception number 2. If a player wins a trick with a 2, they must jog around the table or playing area repeatedly, saying 2, while holding up 2 fingers. Thumbs do not count, or else the other team wins the trick. If this coincides with exception 9, both players must do this. This exception does not apply if you're playing in a car. Shot number 3. Exception 3. In the event of a straight, the lowest value card wins the trick and trump is void. Clarification. If there is a tie in value like in exception 6, the lowest number with that value breaks the tie. Oh my goodness. Shot number 4 down. If all 4 cards played are trump suit, face cards are now worth 0, and this includes aces. Shot 5. Exception 5. If all 4 suits are played in a trick, the first team to give each other a high 5 wins the trick. There must be palm-on-palm contact with sound chalkboard. No hovering. Only one arm can be used in a high 5 scenario. If a player uses a second arm to block another team's high 5, that's not allowed. Ooh. Alright, exception 6. A black 7 will beat a red 8, and a red 7 will beat a black 8. Unless a 6 is in play, in which case the 7 and the 8 are worth 5. This can overrule trump. Clarification, if there's a black 6, black 7, red 8, black 9 straight occurs, the 7 will win. More clarification, if a black 5, black 6, black 7, red 8 straight occurs, the 5 will win. Number 7? Alright. A 7 will make a jack have the value of 0, unless both the 7 and the jack are trump suit. Clarification, if the jack is trump and the 7 is not, the jack has the value of 0. But it's still winning because it's trump suit, however, it'll be beaten by any other trump suit. Alright. Ooh. Exception 8. If 2 of the same card is played in a row, the second card will take preference unless the player of the first card says ka-ching, cash register noise, along with the appropriate inverted fist bump. Unless one of the cards is trump, you still can, but it's unnecessary. Now, if this occurs with 6s, the player of the first card must make hissing sounds and devil horns instead. Number 9. If a team plays 2 cards of the same color and number, it beats all non-face cards. Clarification. If both teams do this, then the team with the higher number wins the trick. Number 10. If playing between the hours of 10 and 11, both AM and PM, the team with the least amount of tricks wins the points. Clarification, standard time, it happens twice per day. 11. If a 3 of a kind occurs in a trick, the trump suit is changed to the suit not the 3 of a kind for the next trick. Oh, that was a short one, gotta do it again. Number 12. If a single card is worth 0 2 or more times, all exceptions are void and it wins the trick. Except exception 5, high 5 still apply. 13. Whew! If playing under the age of 14, players must announce so before the start of each round or else they lose 1 trick. 14. If a team earns more than 3 points in a round, they must give each other a high 5 or else the other team earns the points. This cannot be done to make another team go over. Clarification. If a team doesn't high 5, the other team doesn't need to high 5. This is to prevent an infinite loop of refusal. Number 5. We can do this. If playing on Saturday or in a tournament, Players must have the option to say the Pledge of Allegiance or sing the respective country's national anthem if not in the U.S. before the start of the game. Oh. Alright, 16. Upon winning, the winning team must shake hands with the losing team or else they lose 2 points. The handshake cannot be avoided. Sweating. Exception 17. In the extremely rare event of all 4 cards being the same, every exception is suspended, and the winner of the next trick wins both. Oh my gosh. Exception 18. The dealer may choose before dealing to call out a card to have the value of 0 before the round. And it can still be used to make a partner win, like in exception 9. Exception 19. If a player wins 3 tricks in a row, all their face cards are worth 0 for the next 3 tricks, and this carries over rounds. In the event of a double Hinderdurgen, the game shall enter a Tetris bypass confrontation, which will be settled through the appointment of a Durchgetter. In the event of 2 teams high-fiving at the same time, the winner will be decided upon someone who is not watching and will not have a biased opinion. You could just flip a coin, but it's not as fun. Shot number 21. If playing while it's raining, the trump suit switches to the opposite suit of the same color that it would be normally. This could be hell on Wednesdays. Or right now, honestly. Number 22. After all the cards are dealt and before the first card is played, if a player holds a 4 of a kind, they do not have to, show all 4 cards to the other players in order to earn a point. If this is done with 2s, the player must follow exception 2 by running around the table or playing area 4 times, once for each 2. Alright, here we go. 23. Non-verbal signals sent between partners must consist of at least 3 different signals. One cannot simply knock on the table thrice. Shot number 24. If there are more than 2 onlookers present during the entire trick, 4s are now worth 8.01. If playing with Bob, this applies to 3s, being worth 6.01. If live streaming, every 20 people watching count as 1 onlooker. Last shot, here we go. Woo! If there's an onlooker who is insistent on learning by watching and not playing, the players may decide to make a new exception specifically for that game to further confuse the onlooker. And ladies and gentlemen, that does it for the Füsh Exception Book this week. And have a very good and spicy night, everyone.